Talk about Jeannie-Mai really quickly. Jeannie-Mai and Yeezy, there's an update here, and I wanted to point this out because I wanted to point this out because this is a pattern. I don't know if you've noticed it before.
Oh, beauty.
All right, I don't know if you've noticed it, but I've seen this as a pattern, and I want to talk to my brothers about this one. Whenever this happens, don't fret, okay? Relax. Heaven is not going to fall out of the skies if this happens to you. Their own story is a little different because he filed for divorce, right? But then there's a story that came out that she's removed the guy's last name. Have you heard this before, sir? She's removed the. Have you seen this happen before? Women will just run to social media and start removing names when they have issues with their husband. Have you seen that before, sir? Oh wait, he dropped off. Are you there, sir? Unmute, just in case. Okay, he's muted now. Anyway, women tend to do this, okay? Tend to, all right? Shout out to D. Tend to do this, right? They run to social media, he caught up in their feelings. I'm gonna remove my name, right? Remove his last name. And it's probably not even paying attention to, but you know, the social media monitoring spirits are paying attention. So let me play this video. I found this video funny. Let's see here.
Jeannie-Mai removes Jenkins from her last name on IG.
What's wrong with y'all? I hate y'all.
I don't listen, yo.
What's wrong with y'all? This serious. Jeannie-Jenkins, okay.
Her and that's what I'm saying. I don't think I've ever. Why would you ever just become a Jeannie-Jenkins anyway? Some names you don't need to pick up. You're Asian, and I don't think Jeannie-Mai-Jenkins should have been.
Somebody does a nigga exorcism. Get the Jenkins out of her.
Please get the Jenkins.
Yo, I hate y'all,
right,
man.
you were not supposed to put that on there. Like, what? Jeannie-Jenkins.
Jeannie-Mai.
Girl,
You're
but
so stupid. Why you so stupid?
But I don't know because I don't know. I didn't even know that she added that on there.
I didn't know either.
But
I
you
ain't gonna
know,
lie to you.
this is following their divorce filing or whatever. You know, which shocked Jeannie. That's why she was like, I thought I was gonna be a Jenkins forever.
Shut up, man.
But she's not, and
That's stupid.
we are supporting her.
Jenkins got to be the top
and
3
him.
blackest last names ever.
That's
right?
why I said
Jenkins.
Jackson, Jenkins, and
I don't know.
Let me look this up.
And Jenkins again. I don't care, yo. I
Jackson,
cannot.
Jenkins, and what's the third one?
I don't know. Is Williams? Because Williams'
Brown.
son is white.
Brown.
Williams is still okay.
Brown's a good- yeah,
But
Brown.
Jeannie-
Brown's
Jeannie-
all
Williams is
right.
one too. Williams is one.
Williams.
Williams, Johnson, Jenkins, Smith, Brown. Who else we say?
Johnson, yeah, Smith, Brown.
Oh my God! Yeah, Johnson, Jeannie Johnson,
Oh, some Washington too now.
Jeannie-Mai.
Anyway, there's some, again, I agree, some names you don't need to pick up, you know, some names, no, DJ Envy was there laughing, of course he was laughing. The Popo is moving in on him, by the way. Yeah, they already picked up his partner today. But yes, Jenkins, there's some names it's not necessary to pick up. Like when I was getting married, I didn't expect my wife to change her name. I was like, I don't care. But she said she wanted to change it. You know, I was like, oh, cool. You know, but I come from that school of thought. I'm like Brother Patrick would say, I'm Americanized. I don't think it's necessary. You know, there's just some traditional things that, you know, I'm like, why? What's the point? You know, I respect it if you insist, you know, but I could just see that some things are not necessary, because the same thing is the same spirit that will make you run to the internet and be changing it all over the internet. And you know, it's not going to be that simple to change it on your legal papers, if you change it at all, because sometimes you haven't changed it, right? So you're doing all of this for people that will basically just laugh at it anyway. They laugh at the name. Jenkins does sound like the blackest name I've ever heard. It does. I'm trying to think of something else. I can't. You know, Jackson is not even that black. You know. Let me see here. Lati says, being in an intertribal marriage, every little bit difference counts. However, if the people in the marriage pays no attention, nothing else counts. Well, pay attention Pay attention and pay no attention is a fine line between the two. If they are aware that it can cause trouble, is what they need to know, that it can cause trouble. They need to just be aware of that, and then once they know that, that's actually the defense they need. The naivety is what I don't want. People become naive, and one person already feel the way they feel, and the one person was like, that's not an issue. That's because you're talking about you. The other person, there are multiple different ways it can be an issue for them, you know. Just the awareness. It's always just the awareness that this is a real thing, right? And you're not special. You're not a snowflake. There are patterns. We've seen them, right? So these black people are funny. Yeah, I feel so bad for Jeannie. They have a little girl. I thought they were trying to work things out. Listen, I don't know. I don't know if they had anything solid, you know. Who knows? But and when I mean solid, I mean friendship, you know. When I say solid, I'm not talking about love, because everybody's definition of love is different. I'm talking about just basic, I like you, you like me. When you like me and I like you, it doesn't mean you're completely protected. It becomes a lot more harder, like super hard for anything to come in between, right? You know? So I feel for them. You know, friendship, lots of sex, manage your expectations, manage your pride. The fact that this guy went and filed for divorce, I don't know, there's something about him. I don't know enough about him. I wasn't really a fan. There's something about him that number 4 and 3 is definitely playing a major role here. And when 3 and 4 is playing a major role, if you don't have a strong one, the poto, right? It's not going to work. And I want you to think in terms of your own interpretation of those 4 things, right? If you are struggling with 2 of this, you're a human being like the rest of us, right? It's hard to be a human being already. How much more trying to manage another person that you can't even trust them as a friend, right? What if you're having conversation around in-laws living with you and all those kind of stuff, right? Do you think at least one of all these parties involved, about at least 4 parties involved with a little one, 4.5 people, right? Do you think at least one of them is looking at that black guy? The relationship is now in the what? All you need is at least one person. And the one person doesn't really have to be the partners. It doesn't have to be. Right? So in this case, they call it, what do they call it? They call it difference in family value. Oh, that's code. I promise you that is code. That is code for other things, right? Irreconcilable, irretrievable, right? No chances of reconciliation, right? Very, very important to pay attention to that. DC, I think they should prioritize healing and therapy as individuals first. Facts. I agree 100%. Go on a self-reflection journey too, but that's going to take a minute because it's probably fresh right now. It's probably very raw, right? So it's not easy to go through what they're going through. It's not easy, you know. So when women do this a lot. I've seen it. Well, I removed my name. I changed my name. Why are you changing your husband's name again? Because I don't know. I just don't want it there. Emotions, right? But is it that easy to just pull the plug? No, it's not, you know. So gentlemen, if you're having issues with your wife and she went and changed the name, it happened to me when it did, okay. The difference between me was I was already doing personal work and I just pretended like I didn't see it. Number one, it's a non-issue. This is just Facebook. After a while, since I never said anything about it, she actually removed herself completely from Facebook because you're not gonna fix whatever is going on with removing your name from a profile, right? But this is what men would typically do. So you went and removed your name from social media? How dare you? And they overreact. Baba, if I were you, I was brain. Your issues are deeper than somebody changing their name on social media. Okay? Your issues are deeper than that. And you're dealing with symptoms again. You're trying to fix symptoms, and it's not going to work. Okay? So, until this news became news now, what did Natu say? Natu Alpha. Natu say, I did not even know him until he married Jeannie. Well, did you know his name was Jenkins until now? We didn't know, right? We didn't know, ladies. A lot of people that, okay, you're changing the name, whatever you change the name, these people don't care. They don't care.
Don't care, don't care, don't care, still don't care. I don't care, I don't. I don't care.
Yeah, no, they don't care. The people that will see that, they don't care. So that doesn't mean you shouldn't change your name, but I probably would, like D said, your issues are deeper than that, and you should be aware of that. Especially that you get so angry and go and be changing names. How many times has Tema changed name on social media? Because every now and then you see some name attached and then they remove the name as some name. You're like, okay, I'm just saying. You see that with celebrities a lot. Why? Because people do it. People actually do that in real life. It's not just celebrities. At the very core, the behaviors are the same thing. The only difference, I was going to tell Brother Patrick earlier, is that there's more attention on them, so they might overreact a lot faster. They might have to deal with a lot more emotional turmoil because of all this attention. But it is what it is. All right. Brother Patrick, you want to say something to that? I don't think he knows that he's still here. All right. Let's just go ahead and move on to the next story. I'll be right back.